In this video, what I'm attempting to do here is clarify an area that I find is somewhat confusing to a lot of investors, simply because there's a lot of terms that get interchanged by different people, and I think it's helped to clarify that there's both expansion strategies that franchisors will choose to build their brand, and they may offer one or more of these 5 different options. From an investment standpoint, understanding these up front certainly would help you pick and make a better decision about which type of investment and what type of involvement you may want to have in helping a franchise expand. So I'm just going to cover these in a real general sense for now, and then we're going to break each one of these down into more detail about why you should know certain things about this and what some of the differences are between them. So the first area that would be most common for someone who wants to invest in a franchise would be to just invest and get one licensing agreement to open up one unit franchise. And again, that would be an opportunity to operate one location if it was a retail fixed location, or it would be a territory if it's more of a service type business. But in the bottom line is it's one operating franchise, however that's defined by the franchisor. Multi-unit would be a little different, but it's self-explanatory. It would be having multiple units of that brand. So you'd have multiple single unit licenses to open up multiple units. That could be anywhere from 2 to 10 locations, let's say. And so many people have an ambition to want to open up more than one location, and that's important to find a franchise company that offers that. An area developer is in its truest sense, is the opportunity to open up multiple units, but it's usually done in a very specific exclusive territory that's predefined when you sign the agreement that gives you, as the investor, an opportunity to be the only individual that's setting up franchises in a certain geographic area. So again, we'll break that down into more detail in the upcoming video. And then regional representative is a term, sometimes it's interchanged with area developer, it's interchanged with master, and other people sometimes call it regional developer. I want to clarify some of those things because the mechanics of it, the legal mechanics, the business opportunity side of it, and what it means for you as an investor, those things are important to understand because there are some very specific differences. So a regional representative, as a general strategy from a franchisor's perspective, is to rapid expansion, to grow faster. They would sell larger territories that could include even a whole state in some cases, where a investor or a group of investors that have the financial capacity and the management capacity and the marketing capacity would buy the rights to be able to open up multiple units in a certain market and sell the rights to other franchisees, or help facilitate the sale of rights to other franchisees who would make investments. And then in doing so, they actually provide some of the support systems that a franchisor would provide in the local marketplace. And it gives the franchisor a way to leverage certain key markets with individuals in there who can help promote and support that brand in exchange for a share of the franchise fees and a share of the royalty. And again, we'll break that down in more detail in upcoming videos. And then there's the other one, which is a master franchise. Now again, some people might refer to a regional as a master. There is a difference. The main difference with a master in the way it's designed as a strategy for expansion is typically to expand into a very large market, could even be a whole country. So a master, really, another way of defining it would be a sub-franchisor, where the investor or investors would buy the rights to open up a big marketplace, and they actually would become the franchisor in that bigger market, and they would enter into franchise agreements directly with others that want to franchise in that area, maybe with any one of these other 3 strategies here. So again, we're going to break these down in more detail. It's important to understand terminology. It's important to understand how a franchise company may elect to grow strategically. so that you can align yourself with franchise companies that may have opportunities in the areas that you might find would be the best fit for you in some of your long-term plans.